All right. Hello, loves. Hey, hey, it's your favorite creative superwoman from At Peace Arts. Hope you're doing amazing on this Sunday morning. It is time for Create with Kyia. Super excited to be here. Making sure, of course, I'm streaming because I don't know why I do this every time, but I just make sure that I'm actually on here and that you all can see me. If you're watching this right now, throw down hearts, say hello, click share so someone else can be in this magical creative space that we're so thankful to be able to be in. Like I get to hang out with you all for a good, 15, 20 minutes. I'm also on Zoom. So if you want to actually talk to me verbally, let me know and I will put the Zoom instructions in the chat so that you can join. Um, Huge shouts to the Create with Kyia group. Huge shouts to those of you on the At Peace Arts world on YouTube, as well as my personal Facebook page. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So today is, what's today? April 16th. Oh, Orthodox Easter. Didn't know that. Looking at my calendar. Yesterday was actually World Art Day, which I didn't actually celebrate yesterday because I'm celebrating it today. Every day is World Art Day around here. So, really quickly, what I want to do is read the energy for the week from the Own Your Peace Daily Planner, then show you the cards. I actually already pulled them because it just makes things a little bit faster to do that in advance. And that way we can just like jump into drawing. Um, we actually also have music going on in the Zoom on the other side too. So if you want to jam with us, you can. Um, let me just put the Zoom link in here. I should just do that now. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Okay, put this in here. While you're waiting for me, you can be getting your drawing supplies, um, your pencil, your pen, your paper, while I'm copying this into the chat. Okay. Perfect. All right. It's putting all these things in all these spaces, y'all. So thank you for your grace. Mm, 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 mm. And I'm also opening these up so I can actually see what you're chatting with me about. Because you might be chatting with me, but I don't see it, which is like, oh, sorry. I want to see what you're chatting with me about. No, Zoom chat, you're good. You're already in. If you are in the Zoom chat, you are already good. Oh, reviewing my screen. Thank you, babe. Will you hit that link for me, though? Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you, babe. All right, so I'll stop touching my screen because Al's in the back end making magic happen, as always. All right, so the energy for this week from the Own Your Peace Daily Planner, that is our planner for At Peace Arts, is for after all, the best thing one can do when it is raining is to let it rain. That quote is by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. So again, For after all, the best thing one can do when it is raining is to let it rain. So the theme for April, just to kind of give you some context, is hold on, let me get back to it now. The theme for April in the planner is accept what is and then roll with it. So it has a picture of a roller skate there. And so that's the kind of concept and thought process behind, like, if it's raining, let it rain, right? If it's happening, let it happen, move through it. Um, so that when it's time for you to get to the space of creativity and whatever it is that you need, that you can get there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Responding to Facebook, someone telling me good morning. I can't see it yet, and I know that Al's working on that. So as soon as I know who it is that's saying good morning, then I can be like, good morning. Oh, it's Sharia. Hi, Sharia. Good morning. Um, so that's the energy for today. And so embracing that, like, what is there that you're like, oh, this BS is happening right now and I don't feel good about it, but it's happening. Okay, right? I'm gonna just own this and be in this space. So for now. And then when this is done, or when it's wavering, or when I can, I will step into a different space. And so it's just that level of acceptance and moving forward. So the cards for today, we're going to do cards for today. We're going to do a quick breathing exercise, and then we're going to start creating. So the cards for today, I haven't even seen them yet. I pulled them earlier for time's sake. Um, so we'll put them out. I even labeled them so I would know which ones I pulled first, second, third, and then the bonus. Usually I pull the bonus from the bottom of the pile just so I can like be like it's different from the flow. So let's see what we have here. If you haven't done Create with Kyia yet, this is Create with Kyia cards. We pull 3 cards a week, and then we try to figure out different designs we can do daily, or as often as you can. You don't try to stress over it, but I try to do it daily. Um, every day to try to figure out what are some different ways that you can design something, right? Just creative fun. So right here we have this kind of like cracked glass, I guess you would say. And then it says Queen of Spades, 9 of Diamonds with a diamond on it. So a diamond. Wild card. I'm here for that because a wild card means you choose whatever shape you want. And we got this design again, which is interesting because I pulled this from the bottom of the pile. So we have a spiral. This shape, you know what, y'all? I'm having hesitation because I think I'm gonna re-pull that bonus card because I probably just pulled it from the bottom and I didn't shuffle and I want it to be right. So hold on a second. We're gonna reshuffle this card because that was from last week and I think it just happened to be at the bottom of the pile, which isn't fair, even though it probably is right because I did shuffle at some point. But just in case, let's just shuffle this. Let's just shuffle this and get this right. If it pulls again, it's just meant to be. But if not, um, we won't. I'm pulling it from the bottom like I did the other one. Let's see. A square. All right. Perfect. I think that's more accurate. But if you like that circle thing, you could do it too. Okay. So that's the bonus card is a square on a Jack of Hearts. So it's, yeah, hold on. Let me see if we can pull it in a second. Yeah. Let's see. Al will pull it in. Thank you, babe. All right. Huh? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see now. Hold on. I'm gonna move these up. There we go. Let me see if I have enough drawing space here. We might have to pull it back a little bit. Oh, yeah. I know, right? The diamond and square are pretty easy. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Does that give you enough space, babe, can you get to the bottom of this little square? Huge shouts to Babe in the background. Thank you. All right. Cassie said hi, babe. He said hi, Cassie. Cassie's joining me in the Zoom. Thank you, Cassie. Some of you are joining me on Facebook, so you can chat with me. I can't talk to you directly, but if you want to come in the Zoom, I think I put the information in there if you want to chat voice to voice, but you're absolutely welcome to chat via text or chat. Um, so I have my little piece of paper here, and so the shapes again, as you can see them, we'll keep them lined up here. Queen of spades with this kind of crackle on there. Nine of diamonds with a diamond. Joker wild, choose your own shape. And then on the Joker card. And then Jack of hearts, a square. Okay. Um, all right. So in here, let's go ahead and do our breathing exercise. So the way we do it in At Peace Arts World, and I will say this, the other day I was watching a video with Lizzo and she was doing the circular breathing that we do in At Peace Arts, which I was like, okay, we are connected. All right. So listen, breathing is everywhere and it is important, of course, because breathing is life, breath is life. So the way we do it, we close our eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, whatever feels right for you, and we will breathe in for 4, we'll hold, and then we will breathe out, releasing that which no longer is serving us, breathing in what we need to create. Okay, we'll do that for 3 times. So let's go ahead and breathe in deep to your belly, hold, and breathe out. And really breathe out and release what is no longer serving you, release what is no longer needed, right? Let's go ahead and breathe in again to our bellies. Hold and feel that fullness of what it feels like to be full of beautiful air, and then breathe out. Don't need that junk anymore that I might have been holding on to, right? Go ahead and stretch. If you haven't done so yet this morning, stretch. Beautifully stretch. I know, beauty stretch feels so nice because I haven't done it yet. Doing it for the first time with y'all. Okay? And then the third breath, go ahead and breathe in. Hold, feel that fullness, and then breathe out. Roll your shoulders. Go ahead and rub your hands together. Tell them thank you for all the magic they already have done. Holding someone's hand, hugging someone, shaking someone's hand, making food, right? Thank you for what you're about to do. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on one second. Thank you. Can you hear me hearing me? Okay. Okay. Hi, Alvera. Welcome to the Zoom. What did Alvera call it last week? She said, "Why are we doing creative church when it's regular church?" So we now call At Peace Arts Creative Church. All right. So let's go ahead and start creating our design. As usual, in the chat, talk to me in Zoom so I know I'm not in here talking to myself. We'll have conversation. We're going to set the timer for 23 minutes because that's as long as we draw for. But if you finish before or you keep going longer, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to put my timer on. And again, I have to say that I have to figure out how to go. I don't have to figure it out. I just have to talk to Al about how to go live in Instagram too, because I don't get to go live in there often. So sorry, Instagram. I'm not going live in there right now. Love you though. Okay. So I got my piece of paper, my pen. Maybe you have some markers. I am setting the timer right now, and 23 minutes is now and counting. So I always do a little frame for my masterpiece. I don't know why. It's just a thing I started doing right from the beginning. This is drawing number 75. Yeah, this is 75 because I did 74 yesterday. So this has got to be 75. I think so. And yo, yesterday, yesterday I was so sleepy when I came home to do this one because I went out to breakfast with a friend. I was so tired from having a good breakfast and not a lot of sleep that I don't even, my writing is so scribbly that I don't even know what I wrote. I don't know what the real title. I title each of these. I have no idea what the title is because I was literally falling asleep while I was doing it. That's how I was rolling. Um, so again, if you have not done Create with Kyia with me before, we just take these shapes and figure out how we can create them in 23 minutes. It's no like if this is right or wrong. It is literally just go. Try not to question yourself about what you're creating, whether it's good or not, whether um, you like it or not. You can think about that later if you want to, but right now, it's just literally just trying to let your brain kind of that. If nothing else. Very, you look cute. You look like it's warm there. That's good. That's really good. That you don't have to do it. I'm here for that. Is it warm there? Yeah. Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Neither. I was like, neither. Neither of those. Um, okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to do for my choose your own shape. If you're drawing with me on Facebook or in Zoom, what y'all gonna do for your chosen shape? You said fire? Ooh. Oh, I like that. I like that. Someone said petal in the Zoom, but it looks like fire when you combine it, which I'm think feeling is real dopeness. I don't know what color what shape I'm gonna do for my custom shape or my wild card shape. So for right now, I'm gonna I feel like this is like a tile. So yesterday, I said earlier, yesterday was World Art Day, and um, I think I was reading this thing, and I would love y'all to chime in on this. Now I gotta find it on my phone because I actually took a picture of it. It was what do you call it? A newsletter that I was reading earlier, and it said, and it really made me think about this, and I would love y'all to think about this. Okay. The question was, what is the lasting impact you want to make through your work and or how you show up in your life? I'll read it again. What is the lasting impact that you want to make through your work and slash or how you show up in your life? And that was one of the questions. If you're already doing your legacy work, how might you level up by expanding or evolving your message? And of course, for World Art Day, my lasting impact. Like I thought about like what's your lasting impact? And I think my last or no, I'm not going to say I know because I know it and just going to claim it. My lasting impact and why it really does resonate with World Art Day is for people, and I'm going to say more adults than kids because I don't think kids have this issue. It's more for us as adults to realize, recognize, and harness our creativity because I feel like, you say kids have it too, Alvera? You know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah. Mm, you know what? So, Alvera, I think I'm going to just recap a little bit for the people on Facebook that, um, and can I say what you do? Yeah. Okay. So, Alvera is an amazing teacher in the school system. And she was just saying on Zoom that, she's had, kindergartners in first grade, which is what, 5 and 6? Yeah, right. Age 5 and 6 say like I can't draw, I can't, paint, like, and so we don't know necessarily if that's, thank you for that correction because that's true. And I've seen it too in paint parties and things like that where I see kids who are already discouraged. I personally think, and maybe it's just because my kids are came from a creative womb, um, that when they get here, that they're creative, and but I do think it's an environment thing in terms of at some point we kind of someone either tells us that we're not creative or we or they're constant, yes, or they're as adults, the adults that are around you, right, or around that child are constantly saying that they're not creative. And so and meaning the adults are saying that the adults are not creative, so they might not be saying, they might be encouraging the kid. Yes, or the nitpicking. I have seen that as well, right? Where an adult will say to the kid, "Well, do it this way. Do it this way." And maybe it's not even in creativity. Maybe it's in how you, I don't know, how you it could be something totally not, like it's in this is no parents don't come from me. I'm a parent too. But I'm saying sometimes, and me too, I've done it too. Sometimes we're in our kids' best interest or a young person in your life. You have their best interest at heart. You want for them to, succeed. And so you're trying to teach them how to do something specifically. But in doing that, it limits the way that they might approach it. Right? If that makes sense, it limits them, and so they just approach it in the way that you tell them how to do it, as opposed to approaching it in a way um that is creative for them. And so they're just like, well, my parent told me how to do, or my teacher told me how to do this, or whichever, and so they don't create. And so they think when it's time for them to use their creativity, they're like, well, I'm not creative, I'm just waiting for someone to tell me how to do it the way that I've been told how to do it, right? And so I think, or I know, my kind of light in this world is to help people to rediscover their creative power. I do think I have a knack of doing it um, with everyone, but my specialty is definitely with big people, big ups, big grown ups. um, because I feel like I've seen so many people be disheartened about their creativity. And I feel like when you're disheartened about your creativity, or from what I see, it flows into other things that you might be disheartened about, right? Like you might not be able to, um, you just feel stuck and stagnant because you might just feel like this is the only thing I can do, or I'm only good at this. And I feel like when you get to create, I've seen so many people, um when they're done creating, there's this sense of pride, even if it doesn't look like mine, because mine doesn't look like mine. There's this sense of freedom and pride that is like, I created that. And I like seeing people have that. So I feel like that would be my thing, my lasting impact, right? It makes me happy to see people thrive, and to first see them create and then see them thriving or being like, "Oh, I'm going to keep creating." It just opens up something for people. It opens up something for me, you know? Yeah, like our whole society, absolutely. Right. Yeah, like exactly like Cassie's saying in the Zoom, like there's so much of society is focused on, and it's important, is focused on teaching children. And that, as I said, that is extremely important. And us adults need it too. But we a lot of times will put it to the side, right? We're basically like, oh no, I have to blank, 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 blank. I got to work. I got to this. I got to that. And those things are important. We got to feed our families. And creativity is like who we are. Like I tell people all the time, like you are walking, talking, singing, dancing, breathing creativity. You can't help but to create. But if we look at creativity in just a way, the only difference, like if we look at it in a way of like, well, I can't paint or I can't draw. All right, well, what do you do? Right? Do you cook? Do you like to sing? Do you breathe? Right? If you just like, do you, I don't know, do you, are you good at numbers? Are you like, because then if people realize those things, it's like you are creative. Do you speak well? Do you love talking to people, right? Do you like meeting people? Those are creative. But we only look at it in the light of like, well, I can't draw or paint. Okay, well, you can. It may not look like what mine looks like, but I get paid to do this. So that's our difference. But you don't have to get paid to create. You can just create. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you that you can create. Just create. Put a line on the paper, close your eyes and doodle, draw something and then color it in like just random shapes, like, and this is why we do create with Kia, because you don't have to have any kind of skill to do this. Um Even if your lines are crooked. Like, look at my square. My line is crooked, crooked, y'all. I'm embracing it. I'm totally embracing it. Crooked and all. I'm here for it. And so that's what I feel like is my lasting impact that I want to make through my work. And I think I show up that way too. Like, I try to show up in ways that always make people feel comfortable in their creativity. Even if, um, I don't know, even if they're uncomfortable, I try to make them feel comfortable in their creating. So that's how I think. Yeah. Alvera, Cassie, what do you think? What's yours? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. Right. I think there's a freedom in, yeah, yeah. I think that's so, like, recapping for y'all on Facebook and Zoom and YouTube. Babe, can you let Renee in? Um, thank you. Thinking about what we're talking about, um, is like sometimes in society we have so many do it this way, do it that way, so many rules and how to do things, and rules are important. Hey, Nay, rules are important. Um, but I think like what you're saying, Cassie, is a lot of times it inhibits people from like, from doing. You set up the rules so rigid in some ways that that people can't free flow. And so we get and like you what you were saying, like you end up tending to give so many rules that by the time it's time to get to the thing, people are exhausted. Like I don't and we'll talk some or we'll talk while we're creating. How about that, right? Like as opposed to, all right, I'm going to talk and then give you some more information and talk. And then I feel like I get lost in that space cuz I'm more of a like I want to jump in. I'm ready to like do the thing. Um and that's hard too though because I also feel like cuz I don't want to again the rule followers to come for me. I actually think it's really important. I'm learning this a lot in my even personal life about the importance of yes, the going, because the going is important, but having flexibility within the like having a framework and then having flexibility within that framework. Um, you know. Mhm. Yeah. I think too, Cassie, like right, what you're saying is like, yeah, a lot of times people know what to do. I think that's really important. One of the things that I've been learning about is like adult learning. It's totally different from child learning in some ways. In some ways, because I think, hi Ludwig. Um, in some ways, she's in the yeah, Ludwig's in the on Facebook. I think that um, a lot of times in adult learning we have to child learning like they may not know the thing right like over you can stop me for this if I'm not saying the right thing. I think in child learning many of the things they either some know some of it, they don't know all of it, they're kind of in between and you're bringing them through like okay you don't know what 2 plus 2 is yet, we haven't even you haven't done that yet. For adults they're like I've been doing 2 plus 2 for 40 years right. Right. I know what 2 plus 2 is. And so I think the biggest thing is like with adults, you're basically saying you already have the expertise. You're already a grown up. Bring your magic in, right? My job is just to facilitate and be in the space and be in the room. Your job is to actually teach me what I might not know as an adult, right? Like I'm trying to look for your expertise. And I think when you speak to adults in the same way that you speak to children in the way that you're teaching, that's when it backfires. people people are like, girlfriend, I already know this. Friend, I don't, like, bro, I know this already. Hold on, Ludwig, we'll get you the Zoom link. Hold on, we'll get it for you. Okay. Your bro, sorry not sorry's got you. He's coming, Ludwig. All right. But yeah, I think that's the magic of I think some people find it harder, I think, to teach adults, and I actually am inspired by it because when I get to see an adult that's like finds that childlike creativity again and is really excited to create, that just like makes my whole when they realize that they are creative. Like sometimes I go to paint parties. The last time I went in, a woman was like, "I'm about to go get me some more supplies." I'm like, "Yes, yes, come on, friend! Like go get some more supplies. Let's create. Yes, 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 yes." There's a freedom in it. There's a freedom in it. Like anybody who's been in Create with Kia knows this. Like we've had people who are creative or quote unquote creative and other people who are not, and we blend in and we thank you, Alvera. Okay, rephrasing. People who feel comfortable with their creativity and people who don't feel comfortable with their creativity and they make it work. Hi, Ludwig in the Zoom. Yes, miss you. Ludwig, it is good to see you. Yes. Oh, Renee's here. You have Renee, and you've met everybody, right? Wait, you might not. Okay, I was gonna say. I'm like, do you know Alvera? Sorry, y'all. We're just having a little Zoom reunion. So, um, okay. So basically, we're talking about. Well, you were on Facebook, so you heard what we were talking about, Libby. You're so good. Um, But yeah, and there's technically only 2 minutes from the 23 minutes, but it's okay. We hang out in the Zoom for a little bit longer. So if you want to come to the after party in the Zoom, I'll just put the after party. Excuse me, church, creative church. Creative church. If you want to come to creative church, as Elvira has newly named at Peace Arts, the Create with Kia group, you can join on the Zoom and come hang out with us, listen to music, and talk with us for a little bit longer. Um, so yeah, that's what I think is the legacy. The whatever that thing was saying. What's your lasting impact? That's what it would be for me. What about y'all? In the Zoom or in Facebook? Talk to me. What do you feel like is your, or are you still looking for it? What do y'all think it is? Renee, we are thankful you're here. Gracious. Yeah. I'm gonna get off of the Facebook and nobody can hear you. So I'm gonna jump off of the Facebook. You all keep talking. I'm gonna talk to people in Facebook and close this out. And then I want to jump into that, please, because I want to make sure that we surround you. Um, so you guys keep talking. But in